Good morning and welcome to Upper Body Tuesday. Morning and welcome to Upper Body Tuesday. We're going to start as always by just getting ourselves warmed up, jogging nicely on the spot, just slightly getting our hearts rate up. Nothing significant. Anything goes. Good morning, Alka, like we've just been saying a minute or two ago. That's it. Okay, now we're going to transition into some star jumps, some jumping jacks. Anything to get those great big joints moving. Get that synovial fluid flowing. Lubricate up those great big joints. That's it. Okay, back to this jogging on the spot. Okay, we'll kick those out. All right, so this morning we're going to work on our upper body. Specifically, we're going to work on our pectoral muscles and our medial delts. So, pecs again. Anchor origin point is at the sternum, anchor point is by your shoulder. And the idea is it allows you to push things away from your body. So if you put your hand just on the top of your chest, as you kind of push your hand away from you, you should feel that muscle squeeze and contract. Our medial delts, the ones going across the top of our shoulders, and you'll feel those as we raise our shoulder up to the side. We'll also do a little bit on our posterior delts, rear delts. Those are just behind by your shoulder blade, and you find you move these as you kind of bring your shoulder out, but before the shoulder blade starts to move, it's a very small muscle, but it kind of does a couple of really important things. First of all, it stabilizes your shoulder girdles, but also it makes your shoulder look a lot more rounder. So you get two real good benefits for the price of one. Right. I'm going to start off with some press-ups. We'll do these progressive again. So starting against the wall with our hands at shoulder height, and we're just going to bring ourselves down towards the wall and really squeeze our chest to drive that wall away. We'll progress that into being further away from the wall, onto our knees, and into some full press-ups. After that, good morning, Frank. You missed the warm-up, but we're just starting on going through the exercises.
We needed to switch to iPhone.
Oh, crumbs. You still having fun with your internet?
We're in.
Cool. So first we're going to do some press-ups. Morning, Caroline.
Morning.
Then we're going to go into some seated shoulder presses. So nicely sat down, keep your back nice and straight, and we're going to drive the weights up into the air by squeezing our shoulders and then slowly bring our arms back down to the starting position. So all the way up, nice big squeeze, all the way back down. After we've done that, we're going to get back into our standing position, and we're going to do some standing lateral raises. So bringing the shoulders up to arms up to shoulder height, and slowly bringing them back down to the sides. So again, all about control. Make sure you're feeling every single part of the motion. From the side, again, exactly the same. Just all up to the side and slowly bring it back down. Fight against gravity. After we've done that, we're going to go back into our bent over position as we go into some rear delts. So keeping the palms facing each other. We're going to bring the arms up to the side, stop just before we feel the shoulder blade start to move, and bring them back down. So again, all about targeting that posterior delt all the way up and slowly back down. Okay, we're going to try and do 5 sets of those today and see how we get on. Any questions?
No.
No. Right, in which case, we'll start off with press-ups. We're going to do push-ups against the wall. So like we said, Hands at shoulder height. So your arms are kind of perpendicular with the floor, or parallel, whichever way you want to prefer to think about it. And I'm going to bring ourselves close to the wall and then squeeze our pectoral muscles to drive the wall away. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Heading somewhere to sit down as we go into our shoulder press, our seated shoulder press. So again, weights just by our shoulders, really drive them into the air by squeezing our medial delts. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, standing up. Going to go into some lateral raises. Again, bringing our arms up to the side, shoulder height. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there into our rear delt position. So bent over, back nice and straight, arms slightly bent. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Pop the weights down, have a break, have a drink. Nicely done. Any questions? All good? All good. Loving it. Do you have a good weekend?
Yes, we had somebody from New Orleans over.
Oh,
3 days. And we showed her Amsterdam, and she was blown away.
With a canal cruise.
We did the canal cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loved it. And she was, but she has problems with walking. She cannot walk too long.
Right.
She did 10,000 steps, and oh my God, she was exhausted, but
yeah,
she loved it. Yeah, you have to walk, otherwise you see nothing.
yeah. Well, I guess the canal. It's lucky though being in Amsterdam because you do have the canal cruise and things like that.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly, that's what we did. So I was,
yeah. Just like we're lucky being able to do set number 2, back to 10 reps. So for this one, we're going to go back to the wall, but I'd like you to take another step away from the wall. So as you do so, just make sure you adjust your height of your hands, otherwise you'll end up with your hands too high. So again, keep your hands shoulder height, okay? So get yourself into position, take that step further away, which means that you'll find this slightly more difficult. And we'll start 10 of these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Heading back to do some seated shoulder presses. We'll go for 10 seated shoulder presses. And concentrate on that feeling in your shoulders. So as you get to the top of the motion, really squeeze, give that extra kind of squeeze before slowly bringing it back down. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Standing up straight. We'll go into our lateral raises. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2. Really slow that moving down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there into our rear delts. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, well done. Have a break, grab a drink. So yes. So I want you to really think about slowing down those movements on this next set as we start to think more about the speed of things. So we all know it's kind of fast on the way up, slow on the way down, because then that way it helps, we can maximize the use of gravity. But kind of the other thing we're trying to do is we want to kind of create the maximum amount of stimulus we can in those muscle fibers at that point that we're utilizing them. Otherwise, we just create the efficient movement, and our body wants to be efficient. It wants to be the most efficient thing you can ever possibly imagine. And we don't want to give it that. We want to make it as hard as we possibly can for doing each one of these movements. And then that way, we stimulate it to adapt. So we're changing the way that it's going to be working. So it's going to be coming next time and saying, aha, I know exactly what you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing that movement again, right? I'm going to say, no, what we're going to do, we're going to really slow it down again. And it's one of those kind of big differences you see in training techniques between different disciplines. So, for example, if you're something like a power lifter, you always go for the most efficient way of being able to move something. So you can find the quicker motions, they'll get things done, and they'll throw every muscle they possibly can do at it. Whereas if you look at things like bodybuilders, they work on how to increase the size of the muscle mass, therefore looking for more adaptation. And what we're going to do is we're training that style just to make sure that we can maximize the amount that we get out of the time that we're putting in. Make sense? Excellent. Right, in which case, set number 3. We're going to push up to 12 reps. And now we're going to head towards the ground as we go into a a very muddy mat. Who's been standing on my mat? So into a box shape, so on your hands and knees. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders, so shoulder width apart. I'm going to go into press-ups using box-style press-ups. All the way down, all the way back up. Control the speed. I'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, standing up. Head back to our seated position and let's do our seated shoulder press. Okay, moving to 12. Really control that speed. Fast on the way up, slow on the way down. Fight that gravity. I'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, standing up. We go into our lateral raises. Again, fast the way up, slow on the way down, really fight it. I'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I'm into rear delts, so back into that bent over position, back nice and straight. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
11.
Oh, 11. Thank you, Frank. 12. Thought it was feeling too easy. Oh dear. Okay, have a break, grab a drink. One day, I do promise you all, I will learn to count. It's on my to-do list. Oh, I've just remembered who made my mat all muddy. It was the dog yesterday. So yeah. I was kind of going down thinking, where's these chunks of mud come from? Anyway. All good fun. It's that side double-edged sword, you see. We ask the kids to go take the dog out. Well, we're not kids really anymore, but you know, we ask the younger people in our household to take the dogs out, and they do, but they don't necessarily always clean her up. So is it more work to just do it yourself? Anyway, set number 4. We're going to stick to 12 reps. And what we're going to do is go back onto the floor for our press-ups. For this one, though, I want us to start off. I want us to do at least 2 proper press-ups and then go back into a box-style press-up. Okay, so position yourself Hands under your shoulders, legs all the way out behind you, so that you're on your toes, keeping a nice tense core. And we'll do 2 and then 10 with our knees on the floor. In 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, onto the knees, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Back onto our seat. So we're going to seated shoulder press. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, standing up straight. And we'll go back into our lateral raises. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, back into the bent over position for rear delts. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, have a break, grab a drink. Before I move on to 15, how are you feeling? How is that shoulder?
I feel them.
You're feeling them? Good. Your shoulder's okay, Alka, there?
Yeah, it's very tight.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's coming from neck, and that's obviously in shoulder as well.
Yeah. Yeah, don't increase the weights then.
No intention of, thank you for that much, and zero intention of doing that.
Good.
Very.
As you know, probably better than most people, the shoulder girdle is such a sensitive thing and so easy, so badly designed, I think would be a better word for it, but so easily damaged, as I'm demonstrating quite nicely. That yeah, it's just not worth it because it kind of puts you out of action so easily. So
yeah.
Which is one of those great things about learning about things like speed, because you can get more benefit out of the lower weights, which means you're less likely to injure yourself. So yeah, all good fun. And also, shoulders actually respond really well to metabolic stress as opposed to progressive overload. So you don't have to kind of put huge amounts of weights on them to actually make them grow. The stimulus you can just do by building up the blood and building up lactic acid, etc., and do it that way. Speaking of doing it, though, we do need to go on with set number 5. 15 reps. Okay, back to the mat, the muddy mat in my case, and into press-ups. Do as many as you can in a full press-up position. and only drop onto your knees when you need to. So again, keeping those hands underneath your shoulders, keep that core nice and tight so it's supporting you throughout. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, standing up and going back to our seated position as we go for our shoulder press. So again, nice and quick on the way up, slow on the way down. Feel it as you're squeezing your shoulders. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, standing up straight, back into 15 lateral raises. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, last exercise of this session into rear delts. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, pull the waist down, grab yourself a drink. And that is the end of another upper body session for this week. So tomorrow we've got core. We've got Thursday upper body as well. We'll probably work more on our arms then. And Friday, we're going to go for leg day, lower body work. So have an absolutely super day ahead as always. Is it half term for you, Alka? No.
Kids are too big.
We've still got one at that age. So my daughter's on half term this week. So within college. So yeah, we've got all that good fun going on. So anyway, enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Have fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now.